Distinguished veterans, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 6th Annual Bomber Command commemorative ceremony conducted at the Shrine of Remembrance today. It's my very great pleasure to welcome you today in honour of all RAAF veterans past and present who defended the world against tyranny and oppression during World War II. It seems a long time ago now, however, we all need to be reminded of the fact that the world faced an oppressive regime that sought to conquer the world. The magnificent men and women we honour today, both past and present, stood resolutely in defence of freedom against a tyrannical regime that sought to impose its will upon peace-loving, democratic people who espoused the principles of tolerance, freedom and peaceful coexistence with their fellow man. These men and women we honour today exemplified the highest possible honour and self-sacrifice asked of any human being in defence of the principles of democracy and freedom. It is these men and women who selflessly gave of themselves in defence of the civilised world to defend the principles of democracy. It is also these men and women we honour today and extend our eternal respect and thanks for the opportunities they gave us all to be free of tyranny and oppression against an ideology of supremacy. We all know history repeats itself in different manifestations, sadly. Good men and women are always called in service to their country to defend the principles of tolerance and peaceful coexistence. The men and women who step forward should always be honoured and respected for their selfless deeds in defence of democracy. I turn now to one very understated person, namely Mr. Peter Isaacson, our late patron for many years, who passed away recently. The qualities exemplified by our late patron, Mr. Peter Isaacson, are a beacon to any peace-loving individual who wishes to model their life on the values of democracy and peaceful coexistence. He was a giant of achievement and service to his country. He was a great Australian in whom we should all thank for his tireless unpaid work. His contribution to the fabric of our wonderful Australian society is immeasurable when you consider his life's work. I have come to the conclusion that there are very special people who selflessly contribute to the fabric of our great society. Peter was such a man. He quietly went about his work to elevate the self-esteem of his fellow RAAF servicemen and women, who he so gallantly served with great humility. If you asked him to account for his deeds, he would understate with humility his contribution. He would purposely do his best to understate his contribution to what was a glittering career of achievement in so many ways. Today we are all honoured by the attendance of his son, Mr. Tony Isaacson, who generously accepted our invitation. Peter will remain an icon of many people who understand the notion of public service to their country. He was a giant not only in the RAAF veteran community, but a giant in the commercial world. His contributions were immense, so immense that I don't have time now to recount his glittering achievements. I recommend we all take time to study his achievements in not only his military career, but his contribution to the commercial world and that of the Society of Australia. The passing of Peter Isaacson is felt deeply by all his friends and family, along with our association. His service to the building and organisation we stand in today is immeasurable for its contribution and longevity. He was what I call in modern parlance a man of supreme achievement. He got things done for the eternal benefit of the veterans in our society. He was a can-do man in real life, something to be held in very high esteem. Forgive me if I dwelt too long on the memory of Peter today. It would be remiss of me and our association not to praise the deeds of such a selfless person. This in no way diminishes the veterans who are with us today, who by their own deeds deserve our fulsome respect and adulation. The veterans amidst us today, both past and present, represent solid role models, much to be desired in a society that looks for positive values of selflessness, service and loyalty to a cause in the name of Australia. They are all great men and women who gave of themselves in genuine service to their country. They ask little in return other than to go about their life in a peaceful, harmonious way so that we all may prosper in life. It is the veterans, both past and present, we owe so much for our way of life today. The peace and prosperity we have enjoyed is very much due to their efforts. In conclusion, our association thanks you all for your attendance today and all RAAF veterans who gallantly served their country in time of need. Thank you.